Caddick, who you remember was in a crash just a few weeks ago here at the Waterford Speedbowl, hurt his ankle. Actually sent him to the hospital, and Brad seems none the worse for wear as we have an accident on the back straightaway as the field collected down there. Walt Hovey's being spun around in the number 16. It's wait to see if the yellow flag comes out. Hovey trying to get his car back mobile.
For a while, he was wearing the front bumper of that yellow car, the 52 of Al Stone.
And Stone, instead of turning it, I think he tried to, just couldn't get the car to do it. As two cars hook up on the front straightaway, Ed Clark and Jonathan Avery. So Avery backs into the infield. And this is a wild and woolly event going on out here. Trying to get Avery to start it up. He's going to bring out the yellow flag.
So it didn't take long for the action to start as they were
keeping in contact with the folks from the Army. They said, do you mind if we do this, this, and this? And I said, as long as you're not shooting at anybody, you can do whatever you want out here. They're just a great bunch of people to work with and, as you can imagine, very organized. Jim Procaccini coming back out on the track, feature winner already in 2003, but he's got a long way to go as we have the restart. And quite a restart it is, as Brad Caddick was out there momentarily, but right next to him, Jay Lozyniak. And always a tough competitor, and of course, champion 2 years ago with Sean Monahan, as we have a car way up in the marbles, will continue to stay yellow. And that was 57 of Dan Emery.
And he was able to keep the car off the wall. And a challenge for the lead as here comes Caddick trying to rally back in car number 24. But right now, Lozyniak looks like he has the best car. Walt Hovey in a battle in car number 16, nudging past the 31 of Sean Monahan.
So Hovey with a, as you mentioned, a fast car. He was involved in an incident not too long ago. Seems to regroup very well as he goes by the number 31. Caught on the outside looking in is Norm Rudin, the number 80, and we expect to see this car towards the front of the field when this 50-lap feature is done, if he can stay out of trouble.
And that's always a pretty big if. LaJoy in car number 4 starting to narrow the gap between himself and the 31 of Sean Monahan. And right now, Sean Monahan, the fastest announcer in the field, but he is surrounded by Hovey and by LaJoy.
Chris Pritt sent to the infield with a black flag as he's having some problems with the number 25. So this could end up being a war of attrition out here once again. And
Keith Rocco in car 39, moving up rather quickly. He is into 6th. The battle is for 3rd and 4th. Hovey and Monahan, the sparks flying between those two guys.
No love lost between those two drivers. Great competitors for many years in the Sportsman division. And Mark LaJoy out there, the number 4, knocking at the door as well. So this could turn out to be quite a battle down here for the 3rd and 4th spot on the Speedway. Right now it's rather academic. Lozyniak having a time with the field. He's put that car out on the point into the clean air, if you will. As he leads this one, Brad Caddick holding on to the 2nd spot. Is that Leach given black flag?
One of the battlers in this division is moved into 9th. That is Dave Zemke, 1 notch ahead of Diego Monahan. So Dave Zemke, he's got 40 laps left, and I'd expect to see that 17 car among the contenders before this one is over.
Diego Monahan fighting his way through the field. He started 22nd in the field. Gentleman from Quaker Hill in the number 55. You got to give this guy at least the farthest travel because he was out there as part of our 100-lap Bob Valenti Automall late model feature. Now he's out here for another 50 laps of driving in the Sportsman division and doing quite well.
Dave Zemke with a power boom underneath Roger Perry in car number 36. So give Zemke another position as Al Stone continues to wave the red flag, and the 50 car in trouble of Ed Leach. And it finds itself on the dirt. And it is stranded there. Car number 50 for Ed Leach. A great battle for the lead as Caddick has been able to get the top spot back against Lozyniak. And Leach is trying to get moving, and I guess he's finally going to succeed.
I think he expected the yellow flag to fly, but he didn't see it. Then he put the pedal to the metal. He realized he had to get back out there in the race, and he was going to be down a lap after that little move.
Doesn't get much better at the front in this battle between Lozyniak and Brad Caddick.
Well, Caddick was on the outside on that one, and the deal with Leach was he got down in front of Lozyniak, got bumped a little bit. Next thing you know, Lozyniak slowed down, and Caddick is right next to him. So a terrific battle towards the front of the field. Looks like Lozyniak has the advantage as Caddick gets sideways. Down there, he's going to spin that car around facing the field. It's a tough break for Brad Caddick on his return to the Waterford Speedbowl. Welcome back, Brad.
A magical mystery tour in turn 3 for Caddick. Only stay under green as he did a great job, but not to hit anything and to keep that car back out onto the track. Meanwhile, Lozyniak with about a 3-car length advantage over Sean Monahan. And Keith Rocco, who always seemed to be in contention, has moved up to 3rd and look who is in 5th. One spot behind the road, and it's Dave Zemke. Keep an eye on him. This man is very good at the end of races.
Well, Dave Zemke, one of the top runners in this division, he's currently 2nd in the point standings, so very important race for him here this evening. So we have 2 cars, 3 cars hooking it up, and Brad Caddick is one of those. And he's got to feel snake bit right about now. The last few laps have not been kind to the number 24, as once again he's going to spin that car around and be faced the wrong way. Let's see if he can get that car cranked up again.
These tires aren't fit. He's traveling on grass, so there's see all these exotic spin-outs.
And he is still stopped out there. Green, yellow flag will indeed come out as we have cars stranded.
Next week, we'll be joined by the touring division of the ACT, American Canadian Tour, and down the field is getting ready to roll. Hank Scarpa expects it. He's to go ahead, and the battle leads up between Lozyniak and Sean Monahan.
So you've got a young driver and a veteran driver next to each other out there. That's Lozyniak and Monahan. Monahan, a champion 2 years ago in the Sportsman division. He's going to be working on Lozyniak out there. Keith Rocco, another one of the young drivers, cutting his teeth in the Wild and Wacky Wednesday program and moving up to the Saturday Night Sportsman program, having a terrific run out there as he's side by side with Norm Root Jr.
And right behind those 2 drivers is the 17 of Dave Zemke. He has shown a lot of patience tonight as he's picked along 1 or 2 at a time. Down goes underneath the 80 of Root. And we'll see if the Zemke power comes into play.
Well, a name we haven't mentioned a whole lot here tonight, that's Joe Mancini Jr. He leads that 2nd group of automobiles. That's the number 74. Has his hands full with Mark LaJoie out there, but a lot on the line for J.R. Mancini as he is currently leading the points in the Sportsman division by a mere 2 points over Dave Zemke, who he is behind right now. So this is going to be quite a battle towards the end of this one.
So Zemke, a little muscle as he and Norm Root swap 8. And they almost swap positions as Root tries to get 4th place back. And here comes Zemke, who's very comfortable on the bottom. And Zemke's picked up a lot of ground in this one as he is informed and he continues to make contact with Norm Root.
As Norm Root goes around out there,
So
and Zemke precision driving, it looked like there for a second, but nothing precision about what happened after that. Ed Gertz driving through the smoke on the high side of the track. I don't know if we hope to continue that program for many years to come. Right now, we're going to continue with our racing program. Inside front row, Jay Lozyniak. On the outside, Sean Monahan. Looking back to the 2nd row, there's Keith Rocco. And he'll be starting right next to the veteran driver, Norm Root Jr. So they're side-by-side racing at the front of the field. And Lozyniak, that car is hooked up tonight, man, as he comes down the back straightaway, establishing the lead once again. Now, Sean Monahan has his hands full with Rocco. Rocco getting a little bit sideways for the moment. That'll allow Monahan to hold on to the second spot.
Well, Rocco does a good job holding on by his fingernails. He does come back into third, and Monahan in trouble. And shooting by him is Rocco, and so does the group.
So a tough situation for the number 31 as he's dropping back on the outside, looking in that number 31 automobile. So we'll have to see what kind of developments we have there as we have a car spun around in turn number 2. That looks like Avery. Of course, as you well know, 12 o'clock curfew here, and may not come into play, but you never can tell. Cars will be coming back to green flag racing. And it looks like they're off and running once again. As returning to the fray will be the 57 of Dan Emery. We're back to green flag racing. Lozyniak out in front of the field. Norm Root jumping into the second spot as Rocco gets onto the outside. He'll have to battle it out with Ed Kirch, who has made his way quietly into the third spot on the speedway right now. He's the number 83.
Ed Kirch has a win to his credit this year. Right now he's got third place. Rocco in the last 3 laps has moved from second to fourth, and Dave Zemke back in trouble as the car comes to a halt down the backstretch. So the night continues to have a few difficulties, although not from his own making. So a lot of plot twists in this one, but we still have 20 laps to go.
It looks like these cars are getting ready to go back to green flag racing. Great jump by Lozyniak out there. They threatened to go 3 wide there for a second as Rocco thought about going to the outside. Not enough room out there on the track, however. As in the back of the pack, we have some cars bumping around. Looks like Sean Monahan ending up the worst for wear on that one in the number 31. The back at the front of the field, some great racing. Ed Gerch out there, and this is no stranger to the winner's circle either as he makes his way into the second spot. We have a ton of cars up there bouncing around in that second pack on the track. And a tough night for Mancini continues. This is definitely going to shake up the point standings here at the Waterford Speedbowl in the Sportsman division.
Norm Root is able to get third back, runs into Uncle Buck, Chuck Rogers. Rogers had moved all the way into third, had it for about a lap. Norm Root regains a spot. Rogers in fourth, Mancini in fifth, and we have a battle brewing for the lead too. Lozyniak has a problem, and his name is Ed Gersh.
Ed Gerch using the bumper on the back of Lozyniak's car. And as a credit to Lozyniak, he's held off a lot of challenges here tonight and has made his way through a minefield of Sportsman automobiles all over the track and has emerged unscathed. But time will tell. 16 laps still showing on the scoreboard.
Ed Gersh almost plastered back over Jay Lozyniak. Root has third, and Rogers Procasini, Rocco Joy. Puglisi is moved up into the top 10. Puglisi is won on opening night here, struggled ever since, but he has a strong top 10 showing in car number 43.
He's making his way towards the front of the field. Diego Monahan in the 55, also having a strong run here. So this is going to turn into a Donnybrook before this one's all over, and quite a shootout as the Sportsman division, as advertised, putting on a tremendous race tonight.
And now Lozyniak has been opening up a little bit of a cushion between himself and Ed Gersh, so the first is off for the time being. And now shooting through in the battle for fourth, that's Chuck Rogers. Loses a spot, and Procasini moves into fourth.
So Procasini continues his charge to the front. He wants another checkered flag to his credit in the 2003 season. And the way he's moving out there, the way things have been happening, man, it's very tough to predict if Lozyniak can hold on to this lead. Even though it seems to be a very good one at this point, there's a lot of extraneous things that can happen to a driver out there. Some of these cars running around on the speedway, some of the incidents we've seen.
Well, a lot of people have challenged Lozyniak
Lozyniak still in the front of the field with a very good lead. The top three drivers have pulled away from the rest of the field. Ed Gersh in the 83 is second. Norm Root Jr. having a terrific run here tonight, as he has the cartoon characters painted out across the back of that car. I'm sure some copyright has been infringed upon at some point. As he gets a little bit sideways out there at the number 80.
Very close to hitting the wall. Good battle from the city, holding on to Rocco. Right fourth and fifth. And right now it's a picnic for Jay Lozyniak. Trying to be like an ant and ruin that picnic is Ed Gersh in car number 83.
Procasini continuing to gain speed up there, but it might be a little bit too much too late, as he is trying to come to the front. 7 laps showing on the scoreboard. Lozyniak's going to shave another one of those off right now, as he continues to lead, Matt, in this very hard-fought contest.
Jay Lozyniak has had challenges, and now he's going to get another one. Gersh has sprung to life, and look at that. Gersh now is hanging on like a bumper sticker to the back of the Lozyniak car. So what was a safe lead a couple of laps ago is now a dogfight once again.
Well, Norm Root Jr. is trying to stay up with those 2 drivers up there, expecting something to happen between them. That close contact out there, we've seen it happen before, where 2 cars take each other out. And I think that's what Norm Root's thinking about right now. These 2 guys really bumping around.
Boy, Ed Gersh really came on strong in the last 3 laps. Now looking to make a move on the outside. Now tucks it down low. Nothing has worked as he still tries to find a solution against Jay Lozyniak.
So Lozyniak out there continues to lead by the skin of his teeth. Next time by, the checker and white will be indicated to the field. 2 laps up to go in this one, as this exciting 50-lap feature begins to wind down. You want to keep your eyes on the front of the field out there as the nip and tuck battle continues around this track. Next time by, Jay Lozyniak will be looking at the white flag. 1 lap left to go. Let's see if Gersh has anything for him. This time he's moving to the outside, trying to find the outside groove. He's going to fall in behind him one more time. Working that bumper just a bit. Here they come into the final turn on the speedway. Lozyniak's going to take home the win. Gersh is second, Norm Root Jr. third. 4th place goes to Jim Procasini. 5th place goes to Keith Rocco. 6th place, Uncle Buck Chuck Rogers. 7th place is Mark LaJoy. 8th place goes to John Fleesy. 9th place goes to Brad Caddick. Your 10th place finisher is going to be the number 21 of Dan Carson, who's had a terrific day. Don't forget, coming up Wednesday night, here we've got the wildest
circle, and congratulate our winner, the driver of car number 28, Jay Lozyniak. A lot of people congratulating Jay on an outstanding run, and he is on his way over. Here's our winner, Jay Lozyniak. And Jay, a lot of guys challenged you tonight, especially Ed Gersh at the end, and you had something for everybody.
First off, I'd like to thank John Burnett, great power. Ed running me very clean. Ed Reed, gave me a lot of support. He's a great mentor. My family, my friends, and everybody out here.
You led a lot of laps tonight. Did you ever lead as many laps in a single race before?
I don't think so. It was getting tired out there, a couple cautions. Last 10 laps, I did not want to see a caution. I was happy. The car was running. It was a little tight at the beginning. The car came in. It was great.
What did you think about 5 laps to go when Ed Gersh came almost out of nowhere to challenge you?
I knew he was coming. I knew he was fast. I flipped the mirror up, didn't even pay attention. You can't.
Okay, a great run for this young driver. Car number 28, Jay Lozyniak.